Hey guys, today is Sunday, April 28th, and it's going to take a look at the euro real quick. Got a nice move on to the upside during this week. Going off of last week, all the way at the end of last week, the forecast I was talking about, prices staying around this area, maybe potentially moving to the downside, hitting around 1.05, 1.0580, somewhere around there. But we had a nice rally to the upside, over 100 pips. And even though I was looking for a move continue to the downside, this is not surprising. After we broke this crucial level of support over here, you had to kind of expect a move to the upside in terms of a pullback, retesting that level, right? I also mentioned, we might see 1.07, maybe as high as 1.0750, and we got exactly that, around 1.0750. And which I saw that was a pretty good opportunity to potentially add some short positions. Now I didn't add like a whole bunch of short positions, but I did. I know for a fact, off the top of my head, I added about two or three, I think, and to the downside. And we ended up Friday with a nice move to the downside. You can see, well, these are still up candles again. These are high candle sheet candles, so they look a little different than the traditional candlesticks. But if you want to take a look at the traditional candlesticks, you can see this down move here. Now I have these all black for the sake of just not really looking green and red, but we can even use these candles. Okay, there you go. So we had a nice move to the downside to close out the week, and added some short positions here. Actually, you can see on the right side, I always put my positions of what I have right now, and I know I have a shit ton of short positions right now, and I'm hoping to get out of the market this week, um, or at least going into the following week. Would like to exit and get out of all these positions for a little over 2,100 pips spread across 12 positions now, short positions. So yeah, this wasn't a bad move to the upside. If you got short somewhere around here, that was actually a really good trading opportunity, especially again if we got support. This was like a really a very strong area of support for for months. I mean, you can see this started all the way back here in the end of 2023 in December, around here, February. Even though we had a nice rally up here, and then again in the beginning of April, and now we're going into May. So yeah, once we had this move to the downside, a pullback, and I'm expecting a move to the downside so we can test this area down here, which is the next pivot zone down here. Once we reach this, if we do, I'm very bullish. Not going to be jumping blindly into long positions, but again, I'm much more lenient towards the upside for a move somewhere around here, all the way back up to possibly 1.09, 1.0950. But again, this is neither here nor there. So first going to look to see if we get that bounce, not that bounce, actually the continuation to the downside, and start looking not only to exit positions, but to look for long opportunities somewhere in this area. Taking a look at the weekly chart, don't really like the way it, I always prefer a continuation to the downside, a long candle, but it's still fine. The pattern's still there. We descending triangle, found some support here, and then broke through it. Obviously, we saw in the daily chart just now that pullback into that previous support and pushing down again down to this area here. This is going to be a really, really critical area. Again, if you get down here, because you can see how strong the support was. You can see all the way back here from March, February, March, somewhere in 2023. This is a strong area, bounced up, and then once again towards October last year, how strong this support area was, and then finally cracking down. So I think we're definitely going to test this area now. That'll be huge if we continue to the downside, but um, we'll have to wait and see how this market reacts in this area. Looking down at the MACD, I would prefer to see some type of hidden divergence. Would like to see this MACD make a lower low than the previous low here, and this and price staying around this area of support, which is a supporting zone, not necessarily an exact price, but I would like to see a support zone here and then a hidden divergence down here. Take a look at the back of the daily chart. There was a slight hidden divergence here, not too convincing, but slightly, very very marginal. You can't really make it out. It's not a super obvious one, but I did like the fact that it was it was close enough to where there was previous support into resistance. So that's part of the reason why I added some short positions here. So coming up, if we start opening up and we start trading aggressively again to the upside, then we have to reevaluate and ready to have an exit strategy so that we still make money and cut losses on certain positions and profits on the other positions. So we're looking forward for news or economic news releases. You can see, from Monday all the way to Friday, this thing is like packed up. Obviously, Wednesday is an important day. You guys already know FOMC is always pretty volatile. And down here, non-farm payroll, that should be a good mover. But yeah, definitely the whole week, Monday to Friday, is going to be, the market should definitely move based on all this economic news. And again, of course, Wednesday is very very important during FOMC. That's the market makes a lot of moves in direction based off of that. So that's really going to be it for this week. I will be out of town next week, so I'm hoping to get out of my positions before I do. If not, I could always monitor my positions from my phone, but I prefer to be, clean and cut, be out of the market completely, and then just look at my phone for analysis and what the market's doing. All right, so again, we'll see what happens. Right now, we're looking good to make another low. Again, I hope that's the case. And if you're in this trade, always remember to manage the risk. And we'll see you in the next video.